Hello, everyone. I really like this to be interactive, but nobody's here. So I'm going to interact with myself. And tonight, in a really quick way, I am going to make some Italian wedding soup. And this is from our, oh, my searing is done. Our season's best recipe collection, which we have every season at twice a year. We have new seasons. And this happens to be a phenomenal recipe. I've made it before, and it's truly delicious. So I started out making the meatballs ahead of time because they take a little while to cook. And I promised this to be a short video. And so I, oh, Jan is here. Hello, Jan. Jan's on mute. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, but Jan, you can come on camera. I'm not looking too good. So I'm glad because I hate talking to nobody. So I made the meatballs ahead of time for you guys before Jan came on with our small scoop. Yeah, that's the small scoop because we want the, no, that's the medium scoop because we want the meatballs to be on the small-ish side because they're going into a soup. I did the meatball mix right in our glass bowl. Part of the glass bowl collection. I prefer to put on gloves and do my meatballs just like that. And I found that that's just a really simple way to do meatballs. And then what I did is I scooped out 16 blobs and I put on new gloves, and I've cleaned this already, but I'm gonna actually put that in the dishwasher. That's all dishwasher safe. I put 16 blobs on this flexible mat. Then I put on new gloves and I formed the meatballs. Okay, then the next thing that I did, there it is I put a little bit of basil oil. This is the Pampered Chef basil oil. This is delicious. You guys, it's good on salads. It's great for sauteing these meatballs or anything else that you're gonna saute to give it a little zip and a little flavor. And I did that right in our multi-cooker. So let's just take a look at, we don't need to look at me, especially at the end of the day, the multi-cooker, because it does a lot. So it has a custom setting, but it also has a sear, which is what I used right now to brown these meatballs in a little bit of oil. And you can see how beautiful and brown these meatballs got. I've cleaned this mat too, but these meatballs are going back in anyway. But now I know that they're done because they're not all mushy. They're holding their space, and and they're rolling around. And this is a live thing going on here. And I have a little bit of oil left in and some gorgeous brown bits. Now my sear has shut off. So what I love about the multi-cooker is the fact that you can cook on here just like you were cooking in a saute pan before you're going to use either the pressure cooking or the slow cooking. So this is a pressure cooker and a slow cooker. And it's got lots of different settings. So you can do eggs, we have a insert that you can do those little egg bites that Starbucks has, like there's little egg bites, and it does poultry, and it does beef, and it does beans, and it does rice. This is a rice cooker. It does soup, what we're doing today. It does dessert, you guys. So we have different pieces you can put in here to make cakes. I mean, this is like a really versatile machine. You can also steam in here. You can steam veggies in here. You can steam a whole bunch of like broccoli rabe or broccoli in here. You can slow cook. I never slow cook because I'm always quick cooking, but you can. And sous vide, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, yogurt, and you can make homemade yogurt, and you can also sterilize anything you want. So, well, I'm going to talk about sous vide in a little bit, but I want to get cooking so that we can get done. But you can see how really beautiful you can see now how really beautiful these meatballs are. So let's get the rest of our ingredients ready to rock and roll. And one is a large onion. So I am going to cut this up, and I have to put the machine, let me cancel, and I'm going to go put it back on sear. Okay, and now it's preheating again because we have to soften up the onions and and the garlic. We're gonna cook it down a little bit first. So I'm gonna put this in, this is called the manual food processor. And I am going to put this half an onion in here right now. And what's better than this, you guys? And that's done, okay? That is done. I think there's one little piece in here that is not done. Well, I'll add it to the next batch. And as this is heating up, yeah, this is sizzling again. Piece of onion skin in there. I am going to add some more onion to this. So this is super easy to use. If, let's say, I wanted to, I was doing something with onion tomorrow night, and after I was done with this now, I could chop another onion, and this comes with a cover, so I could put this in my refrigerator. Take this away. I'm going to pull the blade out and show you. Let's just make it a little bit finer. Perfect. So when I pull the blade out, this is a bowl without a hole. So great. So I'm gonna get all those onions right in there. Let me grab a spatula. All of our spatulas, you can cook with them in heat, which is so nice. So what's happening is this onion is absorbing the brown bits and a little bit of oil that's left at the bottom of the pan. So now I'm going to add my garlic. Our garlic press, you don't have to peel the garlic. What I personally like to do is cut the garlic in half. Okay, so you can see, can you see? Yeah, you can see. All of the garlic comes out, which is great. So this is 3 cloves of garlic. This was actually more like 4. One of them was so little. I didn't think one of them. I like a lot of garlic in this soup, or a decent amount of nice flavor in the soup. So we're just gonna cook this down. And there's actually a little piece that takes the skin out, but I just use my fingers. And let's get all of that nice garlic in there, and we're gonna saute it around. Okay, now we're going to get the carrots done. And if you've got, Jan, you have the luxury of asking any questions because you're here. And that is a beautiful thing. So now we're going to use our Rapid Prep mandolin to slice our carrots. And I'm going to use this cutting board. I'm going to just show it to you, though, because it's so cool. It's got a well that'll hold 3/4 of a cup of liquid. And then it has a totally flat side on the other side. See that? And you can use that as a charcuterie board. It is really nice for a charcuterie board. It's a beautiful, beautiful cutting board. Okay, so this is the Rapid Prep mandolin. Did you see how it folds up? The whole thing goes into the dishwasher, and you're gonna be amazed as to how fast it cuts these carrots. It's like a crazy thing, and it's totally safe. So there is a slicing, a julienne, and a fine julienne, and you can go as thick or as thin as you like. So depending on, hang on. Wait, I got a piece of carrot stuck in there. Depending, I didn't have that in all the way because I'm talking. If you want these, so just think about, like, for Thanksgiving, if anybody does any kind of thinly sliced potatoes, this is amazing for that. I do a lot of onions. I slice a lot of onions. I slice a lot of shallots. And as you get further down, it's full protection. The blade is nowhere near your fingers. And everything's even and beautiful, and it's going right in. So there are so many things that you can do on here. You can do cucumbers on here. You can do zucchini on here. You can do eggplant on here. You can do onions, shallots, fruit. You can do apples, you can do strawberries. I mean, everything that you're gonna slice. This is a mandolin, and it is one of our top sellers in the catalog, and it makes a really nice gift as well, because we have to start thinking about gifts. How does that happen so quickly? Let's make sure I'm adding everything I'm supposed to be adding. Yeah, and now we're gonna add some Italian seasoning to this, which you can measure out if you want. Okay, just gonna throw it in there. Of course, the cookbook has to be falling on the floor, and we're gonna get that in there. Now we're gonna add our tomatoes to this. Is that what comes next? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, because basically we're done with this sear. So I'm going to shut off the sear. We're going to get the rest of our ingredients in, and then we're going to make soup. So this is our smooth edge can opener, which is the coolest. We have a lot of men that can't use it. Sorry, any guys watch this. You turn it the other way to get it off, then you pull the can right off. You don't have to touch anything. This is smooth. The can is smooth. Okay, it's the best can opener for recycling. And of course, nothing gets on the nodules, the little circles of the can opener, because it doesn't touch food. So you don't have that bacteria buildup. So what you're gonna do to use the can opener, if anybody has this and is confused, I have a video. You put the can in between those two wheels. It latches, you latch it on, and then you keep turning and it will stay on. This is really a fantastic can opener. And now we're going to add our broth. So we need 8 cups of vegetable broth. So I promised whoops, we're almost out of time. I promised I was going to talk sous vide. What is sous vide? Sous vide is what restaurants use. It means under vacuum. And basically what this machine does, when you put it on sous vide and you fill this up with water, it creates a water bath in here at a constant temperature. And what you do is you take your food and you put it in a Ziploc bag or one of our reusable silicone bags. You push out all the air. So under vacuum, you put it in for a specified period of time. And what it does is it cooks the meat, like the chicken, the meat, you can do vegetables in there too, everything extremely evenly. This is how restaurants cook steak, you guys, and have it so even. And then what you do with something like a steak or chicken is you then sear it after, like in cast iron, for a minute on each side. And it comes out to perfection. So here's what I love about these mats. Woo! We slide the meatballs in. And now we're gonna add some orzo to this. You can add couscous, you can add barley, you can add farro. It doesn't have to be pasta. Whoops. And then we're gonna add probably too much kale, but you know, I'm a veggie girl, as much spinach and kale as it shrinks up to nothing, you guys, right? And now I'm gonna get the cover on and set it. But I've got to get something out of the oven. So we're gonna, let's just talk a little bit about the safety features, but hang on, because I was baking, because God forbid I should ever do only one thing at a time. Hang on. So I'm supposed to be done. Okay, and now we've got my banana bread bites. These are my healthy banana bread bites, you guys. They are yummy. Okay, and so that's our bite pan. Oh, and I just want to bring some of these things up for holiday. This is our vanilla, which is amazing, that went in there. So these make really nice gifts too. So basically you put the lid on and the machine comes under pressure as soon as, so we have to set this one to soup for 7 minutes. So I turn the knob to hit soup. I push the button in and, oh wait, I have to set the time, which I will do when we're, wait, I have to set the time. So Yeah, I didn't set the time before I pushed the button. So I'm gonna set it for 7 minutes. And then I'm gonna push the button. Okay, and now it's gonna take about 15 minutes to come to pressure and then 7 minutes to cook. So in 20 minutes, I'm gonna have soup. So in 20 minutes, this counter will be clean. Everything pretty much here goes in the dishwasher, and I'm gonna have soup. It is soup that I'm gonna use tomorrow. So I've made my dinner for tomorrow, which is why I love this. I love doing an 8 o'clock Zoom because then I make dinner for the next day. So I've been a consultant for 27 years. I started to have, I think some of you probably read my story. I have a special needs son, and I started for some me time. And I have stayed because it is truly fun. I love the products. And now this is my full-time job. And actually, Pampered Chef helped me get my son into a group home. So from 2 customers that I met, were the people that introduced me to the group home where my son lives. So it is $25 a month to join the Pampered Chef this month. You guys because we started in October, but then it turned to November yesterday, there are new specials. We have 4 products that are on sale for $99. The wok, the 2 pieces of our cast iron, the Dutch oven, and the 9 by 13-inch pan, which is amazing. And one other that I'm not thinking of right now, but it is in the specials. Oh my gosh, I'm having a senior moment. Now, when you host, those items are $15. 15, crazy. So talk to me about hosting because those are amazing, amazing, great opportunities for the holidays to get some fantastic tools and vessels. Those are really things to cook in to help you with your holiday preparation. If anybody's making Thanksgiving, anybody is welcome to reach out to me at any time and ask me questions about products, about Thanksgiving. Friend me on Facebook. I am friends with both the hosts because there are 2 parties that this is going into. And if you type in P-E-N-N-E-Y, Friedman, F-R-I-E-D-M-A-N, Parks, you will see me on Facebook. I do a lot of live demos. I am now going to stop the